Greetings and salutations, friends. This is New Mithrander. And today, I'm gonna have to apologize again. My memory failed me a bit last time. So, I decided that I would grind up the Depraved Perfumer's armor set, as I quite like the look of it. But while I was doing that, I remembered a few more details about Old Man Albus here. And I recalled that I have to speak to him in order to advance the questline of someone else. See, I remembered that they were connected last time, but I'd forgotten the order of that connection. So we're gonna talk with him right now.
Please, no. Dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be.
I'm afraid I don't believe you, old man.
Wait then. You're not one of them? Well, what a relief. Oh, goodness me. I am Albus, an Albinoric. As you can see, we're finished. The whole village is finished. The cursemongers have destroyed everything. No one that remains has their wits about them. I beg you. Would you look after this medallion? You must keep it out of the cursemongers' hands.
The Erdtree. That is going to be a particularly unpleasant trip, but far off yet.
And if you should meet the young Albinoric Latenna, then please give it to her.
I will.
A chosen land awaits us Albinorics. The medallion is the key that leads to the city. It's only a quaint treasure for we who cannot make the journey. But for dear Latenna, it is needed to fulfill her purpose.
Indeed.
My legs will soon fade, and with them my life. Alas, this is the immovable fate of all Albinorics.
And so he dies, having passed along hope for Latenna. And now, it's our task to locate Latenna. For at the moment, I have a vague notion of where she might be, but I can seek help in locating her. Here at the Round Table hold. Gideon, I believe, knows something of Latenna, and of many other matters besides. His title as the All-Knowing is perhaps a bit jumped up. Oh. Darkness. And an invasion. From Ensha. A great enemy you were. Yes. It would seem either that Ensha went off the leash for a moment, or instead Gideon thought that I was moving too swiftly toward matters he thought it better that I not know of.
Ah, hello. You've been busy weeding Deathroot, I take it. I thank you, as your brother-in-arms. So what can I do for you?
Very little at present. And it certainly is a good thing that we wound up in a different instance of the Round Table Hold, so that I need not fear slaying any of the other guests here when battling Ensha. So Gideon, what say you to the fact that your servant just attempted to murder me?
Well, I see you found another great rune. Wonderful. You are a worthy fellow tarnished indeed. Make the journey to the capital, Latenna, that lies to the east of the Altus Plateau, at the foot of the Erdtree. The Two Fingers will deny your passage no longer. You may be our best hope. Find your way to the Elden Ring, for we are tarnished. And we must answer the call of grace.
What of Ensha, your servant? What say you to the fact that he attempted to murder me?
Oh, my apologies for that nasty business. Ensha got rather ahead of himself, it seems. As his master, I'd like to express my regret. But now, Ensha is slain and gone. Finished. Forever.
That he is.
Ah, yes. By way of apology, allow me to tender some advice in regard to the half of the secret medallion you possess. Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which jut from the mist-shrouded lake of Liurnia. She knows the location of the medallion's counterpart, I'm sure.
And what can you tell me of this secret?
Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which jut from the mist-shrouded lake of Liurnia. She knows the location of the medallion's counterpart,
I
I'm
see.
sure.
No more for me. Very well. At least I now know where, roughly, to look. But before I depart... I will amend something. There is an effect upon my eyes. Ah. Yes, if you're wondering. If you follow the Lord of Blood and continue Vare's questline, the color of your eyes will be changed to a blood red. But if you go here to the mirror in Fia's chamber, you will be able to remove that effect. And appear as you once did, before your corruption. And speaking of corruption, let us speak secretly with Fia.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more? The blessing is still aflame in your breast, dear. Would you like to be held? Regardless?
Yes.
Now, come closer. You are so very warm.
Let us talk in secret, Fia.
I was known as a deathbed companion, where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions. I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. Then good day to you, my dear.
A bit of your history, Fia. I have to wonder about the lively vigor that you take. Perhaps that is the meaning of the Baldakin's blessing. The fact that you have genuinely stolen life from me. That you may pass it along to your nobleman.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more? The blessing is still aflame in your breast, dear. Would you like to be held?
Yes, there is more we should speak of.
Now, come closer. You are so very warm. And good day to you.
Not
my
yet,
dear.
She will speak of a few other important things as we progress. But not yet, it would seem. Let us explore the round table hold a moment. And find out whether I have enough stone sword keys. That makes 2. And there's a nice crossbow for us. And the Assassin's Prayer Book, the source of incantations, should we ever need them. However, not much else to be discovered here just yet. Oh, and I say that and run right into Nepheli. You seem dejected, my friend.
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think.
I'm not sure I should leave you alone just yet.
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think.
Very well. I leave you to your, well, brooding would probably be the correct word. Now, since we spoke to Fia, let us remove the Baldakin's blessing. There is no purpose in running with less HP. Oop, got caught on Hugh for a second there. Let's rest at the Grace and then speak to Fia once again. Actually, let's converse with Roger.
Always good to see you safe. So, what do you need?
Alas, I already have all of your spells. and I cannot help you more. So, have you anything to say this time, Fia?
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you?
Yes.
Once more? Now, come closer.
Must be rather unpleasant touching that coarse, furry mass on me.
You are so very warm.
Yep.
Then good
Not
day
yet.
to you, my dear.
Yeah, very well. I will burn the baldachin straight away. Nope. Looks like it got cancelled. No matter. It's gone now. So, now, let us see if we can find Latenna. The Lasker ruins, they said. Somewhere near here, there will be a cave, I believe. And through that cave, we will eventually come upon Latenna, the Albinoric woman. I believe I also have picked up a few Albinoric blood clots, which, if this load screen would let us go, I will do a quick reading of, to see what we might glean from it. Let's see now. Oh, there it is. The thick coagulated blood of the Albinorics. Albinorics are life forms made by human hands. Thus, many believe them to live impure lives, untouched by the Erdtree's grace. Yes, I thought I recalled the notion of the Albinorics being homunculi, a form of artificial life form. Though, of course, depending upon, well, where you go asking, a homunculus can be a rather different thing. There are many different variations upon, well, the idea of a homunculus. One of the more popular variants was Full Metal Alchemist. The 7 deadly sins homunculi. Admittedly, I wasn't overly fond of that aspect of FMA Brotherhood. I actually felt the homunculi were more interesting and more developed in the 2003 adaptation. Though I can see arguments going in both directions for that. Still, the root concept is similar. Human transmutation, getting people into a lot of trouble. Or should I say they are both results of human transmutation, though to different degrees depending on which series you're looking at. In any case, not spoiling anything about those, you have the concept of homunculi being, well, constructs of magic, golems, in a sense. Though a golem tends to be, in some ways, a simpler, and in others, a more complex creation, which once again has many different variations depending on where you're looking. One of the older forms, however, of golems, a Jewish tradition, I believe, has it that they have a rune of life embedded on them. And if you destroy the rune, you break the life within them. Funnily enough, I actually would liken the vampires in Twilight to being golems. At least the ones in the movies. Never actually watched the movies or read the books, but it was kind of impossible to avoid discussion of them entirely. And at least in the movies, when you killed one of these vampires, they would shatter like stone. So, in a way, these particular vampires being made out of stone put the idea in my mind that they were blood-drinking golems, as opposed to actually being vampires in the traditional sense. And frankly, that distinction helped me ignore their existence. There was so much wrong about those stories, and the sparkly vampire was only one of them. But that's enough of that. We've diverged a fair ways from anything on topic, really. And my mind just seems to like wandering at the moment. Now, there's much deeper to go. The Crystal Cave is living up to its name. And we have miniature Seath the Scaleless in here. The serpent that breathes a breath of magic, crystal, and nonsense at you. A little influence of Seath all the way here in Elden Ring. Oh, that's a lot. Oh. Okay. That's a lot indeed. Ow. Through sheer numbers, you lot are beginning to become a bother. Now then, we have to find our way down, preferably without falling to our deaths along the way. Yeah, it almost looks like I can reach that, but we'll try for it. Oof, made it. Although that didn't amount to much of anything, looking at it now. Some smithing stones. Not overly impressive, but well, we are still in Liurnia. Nowhere even remotely close to endgame just yet. These little encounters are beginning to eat away at my flasks. Bloodhound Knight, ooh! Ow. Got a good bit of damage off on you there. Which, okay. Well, you canceled my heal almost exactly. Okay then. Cerulean Amber Medallion. If I had more slots... If I had more slots, that would be worth a fair bit more. As it is... we found Latenna. Why are there so many bloodstains right here? Did you people... Yeah, what's going on with you lot? Nope, don't get what's going on with them. Hail to thee, Latenna, daughter of the Albinorics.
Foul tarnished. What do you want? I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
No. I have not come to harm you, or to take anything from you. I was sent here by old Albus before his passing. He gave this to me.
Oh. Do you speak true? So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I have no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna, an Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presume the worst. Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute. I hope that you will forgive me.
I wonder, did the all-hearing brute leave that bloodhound to keep you trapped here? That is the all-hearing, also the all-knowing. Considering that he chose to send Ensha after me, or Ensha attacked me when I interacted with the Albinorics.
The medallion's better off in your hands anyway. Would you consider doing me a great service? I must go back. There is something I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf Lobo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Miquella's Erdtree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half.
I will listen to your request. In truth, I sought the Erdtree for my own reasons. To meet with Melania. But I will certainly hear your part.
Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erdtree, in Castle Sol, on the mountaintops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold.
Deep knowledge you have.
Then I suppose it's time. Farewell, Lobo. My faithful wolf. My better half. I will go with the Tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me, Lobo. Call upon me when needed, and I will fight at your side.
That I will do. I truly wish that I could have saved your hound, your wolf, Lobo. It grieves me to see another lose their pet. But alas, I came too late, and haven't the power to amend this evil. Now, I will accept the aid of Latenna. And she will be useful on my adventure. And to help make her more useful still, I will bring her to Roderica and see if I might increase Latenna's power. Very useful to have a powerful summon at your back, and Latenna is in fact one of the better ones. I'm not so sure that she is the rival of the Mimic tier or the Black Knife, as those are rather lofty things to rival. But at the moment she is certainly the best in my arsenal.
Greetings. Are you
I
here for
am
spirit
indeed.
tuning?
Ah, Glovewort and of the ghost variant. In fact I have none. Ay. Well, we're going to have to fix that, but first, since we're on a roundup of NPC side quests in Liurnia, I might as well also check on the progress of Yura, Hunter of the Bloody Fingers. As I mentioned before, I have a deep-seated hatred of Moog, the Lord of Blood. He, in my view, is just as awful, in many regards, as Praetor Rykard, the Blasphemer. I hold them almost equally in contempt for a number of their misdeeds. I serve them only for my own benefit and only until I grow to a power great enough to destroy them both. Oh, I forget. Ah, there it is. A summon sign. To assist Yura, Hunter of Bloody Fingers. Yes, indeed. And it is most important that we aid Yura here, because there are relatively easy ways to break his questline. And the simplest of them is ironically to follow Latenna's quest to its conclusion. If we follow thus, we follow her quest to the Erdtree, we will de facto fail the quest line with Yura, unless we complete it before getting that far. No healing for you. Yes, for once, we are ganking in a way. But, well, it hardly counts when doing it to NPCs. As I said before, the the multiplayer invasion aspect, well, I don't really have anything against.
Wretched worms, leave me be.
You surprised me a bit there, Yura. We'll speak with him in just a moment. I'll end my whole rant on multiplayer by simply saying, do whatever you enjoy, so long as you're not cheating. So long as you're not cheating or hacking, I don't really have anything against invaders. I choose not to partake myself, but that's just me. Now, Yura, you seem out of sorts.
Oh, it's you. Thanks for your help there. That bloody finger was a thorn in my side. And now I'm finally rid of him. Here's a token of thanks. Please, take it.
Thank you. At this point, that is actually a hefty gift.
I may not have much time. I'm dying to see you. Eleonora. Violet bloody finger. Yes, I've been tracking Eleonora for quite some time. She is the deadliest of all bloody fingers. She's felled many an old hand already, but in spite of her cessblood zealotry, Eleonora is a proud knight. If she comes for you, do not think twice. You must flee. There is no shame in self-preservation.
Is there not?
Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again. If fate permits.
Yes, Yura. We shall meet again. Of that you have my word. And while I'm out this way, there's a little goodie that I neglected last time we were in these parts. A golden seed. Well, that is a jump that I would not recommend making. And even if you did make it, what purpose would it serve? You would simply go down into the lake again, because you would not be able to jump all those gaps across the way to reach the far gate there. Now then, it's time I delivered on the little tease that I gave at the end of the last episode. And for that, we come here to the Mistwood in Limgrave. Though I think I will take a moment aside to see whether Kenneth Haight has actually moved to the keep just yet. Speaking with him is not strictly necessary, but it is worthwhile to be thorough with these quest lines, as the reward you receive is quite substantial. Alright, we're here. Oh. No, Kenneth is still... Why are you still there? You told me you would be moving. I guess I'm going to have to talk with him again. What have you to say? Their mother. The night bedeviled by blood. Yes, indeed. Another servant of Moog. Of the budding Moguin dynasty. I have no pity for such creatures. Ah, I got turned aside a bit. There we go. Let us slay the sleeper. Trina's Lily. I forget. Ah, yes, I haven't really gone through here yet either. The Axe Talisman. Enhances charge attacks. Moderately useful. But there will be better yet to find. Now, to meet a very good friend. There he is. Blaidd, the half-wolf. Ugh. Have to go a little ways around to finally reach him. Damn, he's cool.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blaidd. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Very well then.
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
I will seek him. Now, here my knowledge fails me somewhat. I forget exactly where Darrowell is. But there are a few possibilities. For the moment, let us go and speak with Kenneth Haight. To get him moving, finally. Perhaps Gideon might know where Darrowell might be located. I really do not like having to deal with the rune bears. Yep, came out far too far this way. Ah, but there's Kenneth. Though not too far off the mark, after all. So, why are you still here?
Yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erdtree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not?
I would personally refrain from pledging service, for the simple reason that I intend to become Elden Lord. And I will not be a servant to anyone else, with perhaps only one exception. But that exception is most certainly not Sir Kenneth Haight. But insofar as aiding you in restoring Limgrave, to that I will pledge my aid.
Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erdtree blessed.
So now you will move.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans.
Very well, then. Let's go back to Gideon to see if he has any knowledge concerning Darrowell. I'm tempted to say from memory that Darrowell may be found in an Evergale. But I forget again. It's been so long since I actually did these quests.
Journey to the capital, Latenna, to the east of the Altus Plateau, at the foot of the Erdtree. The Two Fingers will deny your passage no longer. You may be our best hope. Find your way to the Elden Ring.
What say you of Nefeli's despair?
You've already heard. Indeed. It seemed the whelp harbored suspicions, so I had no further use for her. Honestly, what a man to do. A determined plebeian is more wicked than an omen horn, quite frankly. I suspect that's just what the Queen wants. A dose of ambition to incite the tarnished.
Your adopted daughter, and you speak of her thus. You are not fit to be Elden Lord, nor a father. Let us see if we might find Nefeli. I presume that she remains below. Yes.
Ah, you. Please, leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think.
I spoke to Gideon. He was not exactly supportive.
So you know already, do you? Right. It's true. My father cast me out for indulging my emotions, forgetting the mission, punishment for offing his pawns. Lord Gideon has offered me guidance all my life. I would have done anything for him, to place him on the throne of Elden Lord. And yet though it was not my intent, I betrayed him.
If his servants were the ones who slaughtered the Albinoric village, then he was unworthy of your service, or that of anyone else.
And I can no longer trust in Father. To think he'd order his men to enact such tragedy. Where is the justice he purports in that? He once told me that if he became Elden Lord,
He would never allow the downtrodden to be cheated ever again. Was he simply lying
Perhaps
to
he
me?
wasn't at the time. But this place is full of depravity and wickedness. It was only a matter of time before it corrupts those who live here, especially those who seek to be Elden Lord. That thirst for power will drive many mad.
No. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance. And now, I've lost it.
You are not alone, Nefeli. I am here.
No. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance. And now, I've lost it.
And now I regret the ban placed upon all those who enter the keep against violence. But I have hatred for Gideon. Yet I cannot show him the meaning of my anger. Alas, Gideon did not have the knowledge I sought.
Always good to see you, Cesar.
Roger doesn't either. Nope, nor D.
Hello. You appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
Let us speak together.
There's something I should mention to you as well. I'm thinking of leaving the Round Table Hold. Do you know of the noble Gold Mask? Though he was but a tarnished, living outside the lands between, he was a great scholar who foresaw the coming guidance of grace. And now, I hear he has come to the lands between alone to contemplate the Golden Order. I wish nothing more than to seek his instruction, and perhaps even help him in his research.
Then what would you say if I gave you a prayer book? Actually, on second thought, I don't think I will. No, you're going to leave. And if I wanted to learn incantations, I would have to find you again.
May the Golden
Whereas,
Order shine through
good
you.
Miriel will remain within the Church of Vows, and shall not depart. Now then. I believe there's an Evergale here. We will investigate. And then I think, depending on how it goes, we might call the episode there. As otherwise, I'm not sure where Darrowell may be located. And again, there are 2 Evergales here in Limgrave, one of which was for a Bloodhound Knight. And I seem to recall Darrowell being of that ilk. But let's see whether or not I have the Bloodhound Blaidd. Ah, the answer would seem to be no. Unless I've just gone blind, but no. Well, that might be my answer right there. But let's go this way to begin. Here. Atop the mountain. Or would you even call this a mountain? Regardless, you have the stone serpents. Or stone worms, I suppose. And here, we have an Evergale. I should be strong enough to contend with this. But we'll see. Crucible Knight, you're not the one. Oh, ran away at the wrong moment. Oh. Almost got away without being hit. Ow. Woo, just about missed me there. A somewhat unimpressive way to end that fight, but, I don't think he really deserved any better. And alas, it's going to be a long while before I get his armor or his sword. That said, I'm not overly fond of the Crucible Knight armor set. It's a little, in a way, too garish for my liking, and in a way, not garish enough. It doesn't compare with some of the other armors in gold. And in a way, it's just a bit too monotone for my liking. The reddish bronze. Not a bad look, but it really doesn't fit with anything else. And we have a random wolf just sitting out here. And we both whiff. Ay. Ah yes, I came through here already. Accidentally wandered in, off camera, so to speak. Now, let's go to the other Evergale, which I am certain has the Bloodhound Knight. Though I forget the name of him. And if it does happen to be Darrowell, then all the better. It will simply mean that I have done Blaidd a favor. Though admittedly, it would be nice if we were actually able to call upon Blaidd's assistance. Still, forlorn hound, Evergale. At the least, if I slay this creature, I will get the Bloodhound curve sword. Ah, I was right. Here is Blaidd's summon sign. So this is Darrowell. So my vague recollection of it being a bloodhound...
Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Alright. My recollection of it being a bloodhound knight proved true. Apparently he wants to fight me more than Blaidd. Probably for the best, as I actually hit harder than Blaidd does now. Of course. I have the Moon Veil. A rather high-end weapon for this early boss. So, the scaling was simply against Darrowell there. Still, it was nice to have some help in dealing with a bloodhound. And I'll take any opportunity to have Blaidd's assistance that I can get. Hail to thee, Blaidd. I thank you for the assistance.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
Somber stone. Thank you.
Oh yes. I should say, if you venture north to Raya Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon.
A recommendation to E.G. I thank you again, Blaidd.
That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways.
Well, not quite time for me to depart just yet. Let us go and speak to E.G. and make use of Blaidd's recommendation. And see what E.G. has to say about it. And I believe I will end today's episode by visiting Ranni's Rise, returning there to see whether or not Adula the Dragon has made his return.
Brave tarnished. Here to put my old bones to work again.
Blaidd sent me.
Blaidd actually did that. Did he? Quite a rare occurrence for such a guarded soul as he. Perhaps he sensed something unusual about you. At any rate, if you're friendly with Blaidd, I've something else that might suit you.
Oh. Ah, there it is. The Carian filigreed crest. A talisman adorned with the royal crest. An honor said to have once been awarded to Carian knights who served as direct retainers to the kingdom's princesses. Now there is only one princess, Ranni, daughter of Rennala. I shall take it with pride, E.G. And considering my love of spamming the draw attack on my Moon Veil, that could be a rather useful item. And now to Ranni's Rise. We'll begin the next episode, I think, with the beginning of her quest line. I intend to do as much in her service as I may before reaching Lindell, and before slaying Radahn, the Star Scourge. But first, I'll check to see whether or not Adula has made his return. Offhand, my guess is no. I believe he turns up again at some point during Ronnie's questline. So alas, nice as it would be to have Adula's frost blade at my disposal, I fear I shall have to wait a while yet. But let's see, there is one thing that I might yet discover here. I simply have to find the right section of the ruins. There's a hidden door. And if you know what to look for, it's actually rather obvious. But of course, therein lies the problem. No, not here. It's been quite a while. I remember the item that I seek, but not necessarily where it might be found exactly. Enough with you. Seluvis. Seluvis, retainer of Ronnie. Keeps a few secrets, or so he thinks. And it would seem... Oh. Caught in a tree. Ah. It would seem that he guards his secret with some men under his control. Yes, Seluvis keeps his door locked against me yet. But what I seek, if I can find it soon enough, isn't in his rise, but is actually out here. I do quite on the one hand, I really do like the effect of all the mist around here. Makes this whole area feel more foreboding and forbidden. But on the other hand, at this exact moment, it is making finding what I'm after a fair bit more difficult. And it's also a pity that wandering around here isn't enough to bring Adula back to us. Let's head up for a moment. Ah, This place is held against us. Renna's Rise. That was the name used by the woman who looked identical to Ronnie when she met us and spoke to us concerning Torrent. Okay, it's not here. Nope, not there either. There's one more building over here. Ah, there it is. Although, can I really take full credit when we have signs blasted above it? The little hideaway of Celubus. Now, who does this look like? Yes, that's the exact same mask that Selen wears. How curious. And with that, I believe I will end our episode. As ever, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.